What is up, everybody? Matt here. Now that Star Wars Rebels Season 2 is over, I thought I'd do a little catch up and sort of talk about what I thought of the ending of Season 2 and Season 2 and maybe Season 1 in general, since I didn't do a review. And a lot of people ask me why I wasn't reviewing it, and I don't like jumping right into the middle of shows, like when shows are in like Season 2, Episode 10. I don't like starting reviews like that. I like starting them from the start and everything, which is one of the reasons why I didn't review it. But I was watching it every week, and I gotta say, it was pretty amazing. First season, I know a lot of people didn't like the first couple of episodes, but that's what it is with like a lot of TV shows. And I've seen them like saying, oh, they've got this little kid here, and you know all these robots that are acting like comedy relief and all that sort of stuff. But it actually turned out really well. I really commend Dave Filoni and the guys over at Lucasfilm and Lucas Animation. To what they're doing is just absolutely fantastic with this show. For people who don't know what it is, and I don't know many people who don't, it's set between episodes 3 and 4 and sort of sets up the rebellion with these characters, and one of them's a Jedi and one of them learns to be a Jedi, and there's like a Mandalorian, there's a Twi'lek, there's all these really interesting characters, and yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. First season I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the whole first season. I thought it was fantastic. Really cool villains, and like Lando was there, and everything was just so cool. The villains in it were really cool as well. The Grand Inquisitor and Darth Vader showed up, I think, in the first episode and the last episode. I'm not too sure if he showed up in between there. I don't think he did. And we had Agent Callus, this Imperial secret agent sort of commander guy who was sort of a bane in Zeb's side, since he was responsible for killing off Zeb's people. So it was really cool dynamics with all these different characters. And then season 2 brought that even further when it was revealed that Fulcrum, this mysterious rebel agent that Hera had been contacting with, is actually Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars. Now, a lot of people didn't know who it was, and some people who actually figured it out pretty early. I wasn't one of those people. I didn't know who it could be. I thought it maybe might have been Leia or someone that we knew, maybe Kyle Katarn or something, you know, someone we from the expanded universe that they brought back in. But it's Ahsoka Tano, which is really great because her ending in Clone Wars, which was absolutely fantastic as well, left it open to her coming back. You know, we don't really know what happened to her, and now we get a little bit of an insight of what really happened to her. She became sort of like this rebel agent, sort of helping the rebels after Order 66 happened and everything. So that was really cool. She's got like cool, like samurai-inspired lightsabers and armor on. Looks really cool. But yeah, season two was like a step up. Like season 1 was really great, and this step up, like thousands of steps up. It was absolutely amazing. It had some really cool storylines. We got Ezra still training to be a Jedi. We got Yoda cameoing with Frank Oz voicing him, which was absolutely amazing. Darth Vader came back and actually fought the Jedi a couple of times. We got some more Inquisitors. They were really cool. The female one had these really cool robots. I think her name was the Seventh Sister. So she had like these really cool probe robots, and the guy was, I think his design was like an old Kylo Ren design that they never used for The Force Awakens, which was really cool. I really like that they're reusing designs that may not fit for the movies but might suit for like a TV show or a game or something. I think that's really cool. But yeah, the season finale, which I think everyone wants me to talk about, absolutely amazing. It was a big 1 hour special like the last season, and they went to Malachor, which is a planet Star Wars fans might know from the expanded universe and its ties with Knights of the Old Republic and everything. A lot of people sort of expected like someone like Revan or something to show up, one of the old Sith Lords, but he didn't show up. I'm actually kind of glad about that. But yeah, they have to go there and they actually meet the old master, who actually turns out to be Darth Maul. And we kind of all picked up on this when they released the season 2 trailer for the latter half of season 2. So Maul is back, Darth Maul is back, and he's really awesome in this as well. Again, voiced by Sam Witwer, who voiced him in the Clone Wars. He's just so cool. He's not evil per se, but he still fights the Sith and everything. I think Dave Filoni said at that point he's sort of seen how powerful like Palpatine and Vader and all that have gotten, so he's done through getting power. Like he knows he won't be that powerful, so he's gone into a position where he's going to fight them. And I guess that's going to come up in season 3 as well, where he's probably going to have to team up with these rebels maybe. And yeah, I don't know where it can go. And as Dave Filoni said, it's getting closer and closer to A New Hope and Rogue One, so there's stuff is going to start to shift, and you're going to start to see more relatable things that you've seen in A New Hope and will see in Rogue One at the end of this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. Some other really big things is that Ahsoka is dead, but not. It's kind of implied that she might have died while fighting Vader in the temple as the temple was coming down, but at the end you kind of see her in the background, so maybe she survived, maybe she's becoming his secret apprentice, since she utters a line when they're fighting, she knocks part of Vader's mask off and she can see Anakin underneath it, and she says she won't leave him, so maybe she's gonna fall to the dark side, or like become like a secret apprentice or something, or maybe she did die and that what we saw was like a force ghost that's gonna like protect the planet on like the temple that's there or something. Some really cool stuff happened in this, and there's some really silly stuff as well, like the Inquisitors can use their double-ended lightsabers as like helicopter blades and like fly around. Like they did that so much in this, it was so funny whenever it came on. You like see this like Inquisitor coming in from the background with like this bladed helicopter, lightsaber blade helicopter. Is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, some really cool stuff, like Kanan actually gets blinded, which I think is really cool. I thought he gets blinded by Maul when they're like fighting Maul, and he doesn't stop him or anything. And what was great, it sort of mirrors his Jedi training, because as we've seen in like Attack of the Clones and like some of the Kanan books and everything, when a Jedi trains, he trains with like this mask thing on, and we've seen it in A New Hope as well, where Luke learns to use his senses and not rely on his eyes, and he does that in this. He puts on like an old Sith helmet or a Jedi Temple guard helmet or something, and fights Maul and actually ends up winning, which I thought was really cool. I'm also wondering how this is actually also going to affect Kanan, I guess, psychologically, and like how he acts, because before he acted he was good guy, he was good, and didn't want to kill anyone, he didn't have to. He was trying to be a good Jedi while also hiding the fact that he is a Jedi and everything. So I wonder if that might change, like he's now like, okay, all bets are off, I'm going to go full on maybe Dark Jedi or something. That'll be really interesting. Also, Ezra this season had an amazing arc. He obviously learning more about his parents, as well as being a Jedi, being taught by Kanan, and then Kanan takes him to see Master Yoda and sort of learn a little bit more about the Force and everything. So he's had a really cool arc this story. There was one of my favorite episodes was the one where he learns how to control animals, and he uses it to help these space whales that, they're so insane. It's so insane. They're like hyperspace route space whales or something, and he helps them defeat the Empire that are sort of taking their gases that they use to sort of survive. I thought that was a really cool episode, like a highlight of the season. But at the end of this, he actually gets a Sith holocron, and there's maybe hints that he might be affected by what Maul was saying to him in the whole season finale, since him and Maul were paired up a lot this episode. They were sort of master and apprentice, and like the stuff Maul was saying was so like Sith-like, there's only two there are, no more, no less, stuff like that. So maybe he's going to get in contact with Maul, and maybe Maul's going to train him from afar or something, or he's going to unlock the secrets of the holocron or something. Going to be really cool to find out what is going to happen. But yeah, this episode was really great. I was kind of disappointed we didn't get see like Hera and Sabine and all them. They kind of fell wayside to this plot of going to Malachor and facing the Inquisitors and Vader and everything. They only appeared, I think, at the end of the episode. But yeah, it kind of upset, but also that kind of saves them for season 3, since I think they're actually going to get some really big arcs, and I know Rex is still alive, so I'm hoping he gets a really big arc. But yeah, really cool show. I implore people to watch this, especially if they want to get into a little bit more Star Wars stuff, a little bit more expanded universe stuff. Definitely watch this. Watch Clone Wars beforehand, because Clone Wars is amazing as well. Starts off a little bit rough, but it gets good around like season 3. And this show has learnt from the mistakes of that show, so it's only going to get better and better from here. And yeah, on to season 3 at the end of this year, I guess, or the start of next year. I'm not really too sure when they're going to do it. But I definitely check it out. I thought this season was absolutely fantastic.